Hey everybody, it's John from the Gloucester Library, and for today's Let's Draw Groovy Joe from this morning's story, Groovy Joe, Ice Cream and Dinosaurs. Alright, so let's start with Groovy Joe's head. So I'm going to draw his ear, and I'm going to try to make sure you draw smaller so that you can try to fit them all on the page. If you can't, that's okay, but try to draw small so you don't get it too much on the page. So I'm going to start with his ear right here. Going like this. And then another dash. And a line goes down. And we have a few little hairy parts. Zigzag type hairy parts there. Showing the fur in his ear. And a line comes down for his head. And then another one on this side for his face. Don't go down as far as this one. Start it right about here. Have that go up. And we're going to do a few lines like that to make the hair on top of Groovy Joe's head. And let's do the ear on the other side while we're at it. Do a line there and a line there. Then a little squiggle there for the hair, and a line like that for the ear, and I have like a few lines for the hairs, the furriness on the ends of the end of that ear, and then another line to come up to connect it. And now let's draw his nose. His nose will be out here, and it's kind of like a diamond shape or triangle shape. And then let's have a line come across here to connect it to make the snout. And now let's draw his open mouth because he's singing a song. And start his mouth right here and have it come across and up. And then draw another line coming up to connect it to the nose. And then we'll do the bottom of the mouth. Have a line come down and up. And then have the little hair parts here. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 little hair parts, I think, there. And I'm going to draw a line here to connect them, and a line here to connect these. And now to show the inside of his mouth, I'm going to draw a line in here, and then I'm going to go in and kind of color that part in dark. There we go. Now I'm going to draw his eyes. So I have one eye here, and it's rounded on top, and then a little line for the bottom. And then we'll draw a circle in here with a little pie piece taken out of it, and color it in. That little piece that we don't color in is supposed to be the shiny part in this pupil. And then I'm going to draw the other eye, just a little curve on top. And then down here, just imagine the curve coming down and draw that pupil. There we go, just like that. And now I'm going to draw his left arm, and it's going to be bent because he's going to be playing his guitar. So I'm going to bring this line down a little bit and then draw the top of his upper arm. So do like a line, maybe like a little squiggle or dash there for some fur, and down again. And then do a couple little squiggles for fur again, and do the bottom of his lower arm. And then bring this down to do the top part of his lower arm, and then the bottom part of his upper arm, that go down and connect. And now we're going to draw his paw right here, strumming on the guitar. So I'm going to draw his palm, and then a finger or toe, and part of that toe. And because of how his hand is, we're only going to see 2 toes. And now I'm going to draw this part of the guitar because it's going to cover up his body since it's in front of his body. So we did this arm because it's on top. Then next is the guitar, and then his body behind. So I'm going to draw the shape of the guitar. And the back of it's going to start here, and come in, go around, come in, back around, and meet right where we started. But don't draw through the arm if you can help it. Alright, and then we're going to draw the opening in the guitar. Draw that right here, a little circle. You can go ahead and shade that in, color it in some. And then we're going to draw the neck of the guitar. And before I do that, I'm going to draw his hand where the neck is. So if you want, you can start part of the neck of the guitar and then do the hand, or do the hand first, because that's going to be over top of it, and then do the neck. It's up to you. Maybe I'll do the neck here first. Just draw it out a little bit, and then do his hand. So that's going to be like the inside of the hand right there. And then one of his fingers, and another finger, and then the other side of the hand. And now we've got to show where his arm connects to the body, but maybe we should draw the upper part of the body first, just so that we don't draw the arm too far in. So let's draw that first. Let's draw a line here, and then break it a little bit, and then finish it for the right side of the body, and then another line coming down, just following the shape of that for the left side. And then for the arm, let's draw the inside of the upper arm, and then the outside, and then the bottom of the, well, that's the lower arm, sorry, bottom of the upper arm, and then the top. And we'll have the top one come all the way up here, and maybe have a little part of the bottom one. You might have more of your arm showing depending on where your guitar is. So it's okay, just try to follow the lines as best you can, and try not to draw through your guitar when you do it. And then I'm going to draw the upper part of the neck, just poking out a little, and the top, and a couple of the little tuning knobs. You can just kind of make little circle shapes there, maybe circle shapes with lines. And then I'm going to do some of the fret lines on the guitar, and then some of the strings on the guitar. So do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, I'm going through his hand. 6. If you go through his hand, it's okay. If you're doing it with pencil or something, you can go back in and erase if you want. So I might go back and erase. There we go. Now you can't tell. All right, and then I'm going to do the bottom part of his body. So I'll do, like, say, I'll start with his left leg. I'll have like a little line coming down for the top of his upper leg, and then have it come in and curve down for the bottom. And then we'll do a line I'm going to draw like a shape like this, but used a few lines just to make it look like, you know, he's furry. So I'll do like one, and stop, and do another, and stop, and then one more, and then a line for the bottom of his leg, and a little line for where his foot is, and the top of his foot there. And then I'll draw his belly, bottom of his belly. Just have that connect here, a little curved line. And have his other leg. Do the upper part first. So I'm going to do a line for the upper part of the leg. Then do a couple of these for the fur. And then one for the lower part, the outside of the lower leg. And then do the bottom of the upper leg. Have that come in like that. And then the inside of the lower leg. Another line where the foot's going to be. We'll have the foot come up, and then down, and then down, and across. Have it meet there. Maybe draw a little line like this to show where the bottom of the foot showing, because he's tapping his toes. And maybe like a little line here to show where there's a toe. Right there. And I'm going to do a couple lines for showing that he's dancing, but before I do that, let's finish his tail. So I'll do a line coming down like this for his tail, almost like an S-type shape or like a snake-looking shape, and then another one below to connect them, and bring it right back up to his leg. And then let's make him give those lines from looking like he's dancing. So I'll do like 1, 2 there. And like 1, 2 there, and like 1, 2 there. So it looks like he's dancing. Alright, now we can go in and color him. And Groovy Joe is a brown dog. So I'm going to find a brown color to color him with. Let me see, that looks about right. You try to find any sort of brown color you have to work with your color crayons or colored pencils or markers, whatever you're working with. And I'm going to go in here and choose something that looks more like a crayon. And let's color them in. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to go out to the lines. Groovy Joe has like a very fun coloring. You don't have to worry about everything looking all perfect and going out to the lines. Just kind of shade them in, give them some brown color there. Color in his tail, and his leg. And if you go outside the lines a little bit, that's okay. There we go. And if you have different shades of brown, you can say go in with some lighter shades, maybe a little bit more golden colored for this one, and show like the little bit of the highlights parts on them. You know, so I'm going to do like light brown on the left side of Groovy Joe. There we go. And then if you have like a darker one, you can go in and do some darker brown for like the shadow type, the darker parts. And now I'm going to do most of those on the right side. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just trying to get them all colored in good. There we go. And now I'm going to color in Joe's eyes. And all I really have to do is add blue. Joe's got a little blue iris there around his pupil. So if you pick like a light blue crayon or marker or color pencil, and just do a little bit around. There we go. And then I'm going to do I think those are a little bit too thick. Maybe I might be picky. I'm going to erase that. Ooh, I didn't mean to erase this whole eye. Here, I'm just going to step back like that. And then make this a little bit smaller. I want it to be smaller around his eye. There we go. But if it's bigger, it's okay. I'm just being picky. Alright, and then let's see. Let's do his nose. His nose is like a darker blue color. So if you have a darker blue to color with, use that. And we'll color in, oops, color in here, darker blue. And you can maybe even get like a black color to do some of the shadow in there. See, it looks like his nose is darkened in a bit more. There we go. Or use the same black that you used for the lines. And now I'm going to do the guitar, and he has a red guitar, so I'm going to find a red color and color in the guitar. Alright, there we go. And you can do the same thing like you did with his fur if you want, find like a darker shade of red and maybe do like the little shadow parts, the bottom right side there if you want. And same with like highlights, if you want to pick like a lighter color, do that to like the tops. Alright, there we go. There's our Groovy Joe. I hope you enjoyed today's Let's Draw, and I hope to see you next time.